welcome back to, I think, episode 4 of our Burning Wheel stream. My name is Abby. I'm the GM for this ragtag group of adventurers. And we'll just, as per usual, go through everybody, get your beliefs, instincts, traits listed out, and then we can jump right into where we left off. So, John, if you want to go first.
Hey folks, I'm John and I'm playing Alphonse. Alphonse's belief enjoying that we've gotten to start into these disappearances, but realizing he needs to stay in his little graces. So he thinks he needs to find allies among the faculty and senior students and seeking out answers to the recent goings on. Sergeant John just warned Alphonse of the people he associates with and to especially ask about Venus's family, so he's definitely going to get to the bottom of whatever that means. And finally, kind of the non-recurring theme is just that my cousin Bertrand, who's in the city council in charge of the religious groups of the city, is kind of nervous about poetry or lack thereof, and I want to gain his trust back and get an old friend. Alphonse's instincts, he's a rabid note taker, so pretty constantly he's just writing things down. He has to get fresh pages for his journal pretty much every week. He has to have an upper coffee or harder when working on a problem, especially engineering, or he spends a lot of time beating himself up over how it could have been better. And finally, he despises disorder. He gets upset ranging from flustered to downright bitchy if there's disorder going on and he can't do anything about it. And that's fun, and I don't identify with that at all. Some of his traits include smart, geometric, rabble-rouser, gifted, very practical, passionate, forced smile, lavish taste, and thanks to some stuff that happened in episode 1, he's evasive about what happened to the mistress, and he's not happy about that. And that's my character.
Cool. Logan, did you want us to skip you to
No, it's
stuff?
fine.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, I am Logan. I'm playing Venus. Let's see, we'll jump right into bits. So Mia is able to speak of the headmistress's disappearance, and I will use her to find an ally in my investigation. Alphonse seems to have an interest in me. I will determine if he is useful or not. And then Ezra has begun to doubt my fidelity, and I will convince him that he is mistaken. And hopefully we make progress on that today.
We shall see.
Instincts, they're sort of the same. I adjusted one to make it more broad. So when confronted with my falsehoods, I double down and deflect. I will never forget even the slightest of, and I will never turn down a cup of wine or other pleasure.
Ooh, did you change that one?
Yeah, I added that last little bit.
I like it.
Just so it might come up more or at all.
Yeah, that's dangerous. You watch out.
And then traits: forced smile, passionate, lavish taste, gifted, catamite, dangerous, misunderstood, and evasive.
And hard-hearted.
Yeah. I always forget that one.
Yeah, we can't forget that one.
All right, and Sean, you want to round it out with Mia?
Yeah, definitely. So my name's Sean, and I'll be playing Mia, and her beliefs are, well, we just kind of had a big cliffhanger last session, so I recently changed one to, my vision of Jenny's rotting corpse was horrific, and I must find the body and put her to rest. Aww. So she's just been a little traumatized, and that's kind of her next big goal. But then some more minor stuff is Alphonse is too obsessed with order, and I'll show that chaos is necessary. As well as her sister lives in the city, and when she was younger, Mia hurt her sister by telling her a vision, and she wants to make amends for that. As far as instincts go, Mia memorizes her dreams and visions at the expense of other memories, so you never know what's going to stick or not. And then she believes her fortunes are a curse and will inflict them on others. And lastly, in moments of quiet and to soothe herself, she sings to herself. Traits are earthen, devout, folksy wisdom, hoarding, disturbed, a little crazy, vitriolic, Dreamer, and Touch of Ages.
We have so
Some of
many.
those, yeah, some of those last couple ones are mechanical, so
Yeah.
they don't really change too much. Yeah, and that's Mia for the most part.
Cool. My favorite thing is every time you get to the Mia will show Alphonse that chaos is necessary, John's reactions are always priceless.
I am channeling Alphonse as much as possible.
So,
We'll see how long I keep that one for.
We'll probably find Jenny from the street's body first.
Jenny from down the street.
Sorry.
She's not just from the street.
I wrote down from the street. Oh, dang.
No, it's down the street. Come on,
Jenny
get
down
with
the
it.
street and Steve just up the way.
Oh my
They're
God,
married.
Write that one down.
Beautiful.
They're married.
It's a beautiful wedding. Too bad one's a corpse now.
Aw.
Their wedding
Okay.
happened just down the way.
Oh. Checks out.
So, slight recap for last episode. The highlights that I have written down is that Venus tried to cast a spell with the help of Delphino on Ezra and failed. Tried to cast the trait Trusting on Ezra. Don't know what happened since it failed, but maybe we'll run into that this episode. Alphonse and Venus and Mia all went to see Sergeant John at the City Guard. And Alphonse actually had some really lucky rolls there.
Yeah.
Like an Ob 6
Made up for the
persuasion
time for it.
check. Pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the City Guard at least trying to look into the issue of the disappearances now, which is awesome. And then Isaac showed you guys where Jenny and Steve live. So you went in to their abode. Mia touched the bed to try to get some more information about who could have taken Jenny. Saw a terrible vision of a partially alive, maybe undead, rotting corpse.
Ooh. Who knows?
Got kicked out of that vision, and like fell stunned to the ground. And I think Venus ran up and tried to comfort her by singing a song. And I think Alphonse was just standing there like in shock as well. And that is where we pick up. So I think Steve is still there, like tears in his eyes, and like his face is kind of like blush from this crying, and he kind of gasps as Mia falls out of this vision as well. So what do you guys do?
I was gonna say I'm technically, like, I guess stunned more
Yeah.
or less
I think
for
we can.
or hesitating.
Yeah.
So you'd have to let me know.
I think
kind of when
start
I can
of
come
this.
back.
I think Venus did what he wanted to do, and Alphonse did what he wanted to do. So I think start of the action, Mia breaks out of it.
Okay, so I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think she kind of like she was huddled on the floor last we had, and Venus is singing to her lovingly, which, man, that's just a surprise for everyone. And so Mia comes out of this state and kind of looks around herself and is like, Venus, is that you?
Yes? Are you okay?
Where are we?
We're
Where's the
down
body?
the way. We're down the road.
What? Down the road? Where?
Up the way.
We're still in this house.
Still in the house. I think she jumps up and looks around and sees Alphonse and what is his name?
Steve.
Joe. Oh, Steve.
Okay. Steve. And then I think she starts crying. Like she sees Steve is emotional, she starts crying too, and then she goes over to him slowly, takes his hands, and just says like, "I'm so sorry," over and over again
Oh
to
no.
him.
Real bad.
And none of us saw anything, right? Like
Right.
Mia just touched the bed and fell down.
Yeah. Like got
Okay.
like forcibly pushed back from the bed. It looked like.
Mm. Yeah. And so I think she's crying to him, saying, "I'm so sorry," and then she's like, I think she kind of steels herself and says, "I'm so sorry, but Jenny is gone."
Steve like just breaks down.
Oh,
He doesn't have any words. He like sobs out like I knew she was gone, but what and he doesn't finish his thought.
How do you know this, Mia?
She just kind of like shakes her head, to like in reference to you, Venus, and then kind of just cradles Steve and is like, "I know this is difficult, but you just have to find a way to move on.
There's
I don't
like,
believe she'll be coming back."
like a 2 to 3-year-old toddler like toddles into the room and is like 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 Dada, don't be sad, and like waddles over and like gives him a hug.
Well,
Men are useless. Mia, like, still sniffing, but pats Steve on the shoulder and realizes there's not really anything else she can do. And quietly says, "We'll take our leave now, Steve. I wish you the best." And just walks on out.
Steve is just like collapsed into a puddle. As Mia walks out, I think that the kid like says something about like mama and points as you walk away.
Nope. And she gets out of there.
I'm trying to think of if I wanted to calm someone down, especially using magic, that would be trait, wouldn't it?
I'm looking into it. I'm
I've
scrolling
been
down my huge list of traits.
I've been trying to find my, there we go, searchable codex for 5-Effort.
I could give him
Could be
leprosy.
illusion.
Don't give him leprosy.
I don't know if it applies to trait. This would be where maybe soothing platitudes. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that there's not a magical solution.
Mm.
Not with an art magic, at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm just going to walk out.
I guess since Venus is the last one in the room, he'll sort of like walk up to Steve, who's just like a mess on the ground, and just like touch him a little bit, maybe on like the head, and be like, "I'm sorry for your loss. Is there anything I can do for you?"
Are you trying to what are you trying to get out of talking to him? Like,
No. Oh, what am I trying to
Yeah.
get out of talking to him? I think you said trying to get out of talking to him. Like, no. I'm just gonna try and like calm him and then see if there's anything that he wants us to do. Like, oh, she was really important, and she needs to have this done, or something.
Okay,
I don't know.
sure. Yeah, do soothing platitudes. That's a like versus their will, right? Soothing.
That would sound right,
I think it's
since
right.
persuasion's the same way, I think.
Yeah. So base ob is 3,
Oh, jeez.
but you get an advantage die because he wants to feel better.
Oh, that's good.
Who wants to be comforted right now?
Yeah.
Base ob 3. Wow.
You got a 6?
Yeah, two successes and a 6 in there.
Are you trying to tell me to?
You could.
Ugh.
50-50.
Does that go along with your? Does that
It
really
depends
go
how
along with your
useful you think
hard-hearted
it
trait
is.
though?
Wait. Okay. Does that go along with my what?
Your hard-hearted trait?
Yeah.
Out of
I'm not
curiosity.
cold-hearted. I'm hard-hearted.
Hard. Okay.
If I spend an Artha now, that changes the difficulty, right? Like the
No,
routine, the
Artha
difficult.
never changes the difficulty.
Oh. Sure, I'll spend one.
Okay.
I'll get to just roll a d6 now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh
No!
Betrayed.
Ugh.
A traitor. Okay, yeah, so he's just like pushes you away and is like, please leave us alone. And kind of like, I don't know, curls up on the floor and just like sobs. It's very
What a
pathetic.
terrible father.
Ugh. I don't have time for this. I'll just bend down in front of the little child.
Uh-huh.
Just look at him. Sort
Are
of.
you going to save my mama?
She can't be saved. And then I'll just walk out.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh, now that was cold-hearted.
Oh my god.
Voting that one in real quick.
Okay, great.
Just walk out. Just find them outside. Well, that was strange, Mia.
I think Mia, like the second she got outside, she just like paced. She's just been pacing back and forth and like talking to herself, like she does sometimes. And it's like, no, that was terrible. Like, what even? No, it's well, yes, but I don't even know. The potential. What I don't even know. What does it mean? What is it? How could they do that to?
I mean, I agree that decoration was pretty bad, but I mean, the blankets weren't that awful, Mia.
She like turns to look at you and is like, "What? What are you even talking about?" Also, couldn't you tell I was having a conversation? Whoever taught you
No.
manners?
What?
Who were you having a conversation with, Mia?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
I want the answer, otherwise I wouldn't ask it.
It's irrelevant anyways. Someone took that body and is mutilating it as we
What
speak.
body are you talking about?
The body formerly known as Jenny from up the
Down the
street.
road? Down the street.
Jenny from down the street?
What body? That was an empty bedroom, though.
All right. I have an ability that every now and then, if I touch certain objects and I can channel my focus, I can perceive things that happened around them. I was trying to see what
takes
happened.
like a step back.
She like narrows her eyes at you. She's like, and cocks her head a bit, like challenging. And she goes, I was hoping I could see exactly what had happened surrounding the disappearance of Jenny. But instead, all I got was a horrific vision of a dead corpse decaying, rotting, and moaning.
Typical Friday night, really.
Maybe for one like you.
Can you be sure that it was her corpse? I mean, the blankets were likely hand-me-downs through at least a couple of generations.
It doesn't work that well. It's not like I can go back millennia. It only applies to things usually that are pretty recent. And it was a stretch already to try and see if I could figure out what had happened to Jenny, but I was going to give it a try anyways. No, I don't know for sure, But either way, somewhere there's a weird undead corpse. Who knows what's happening to it or what
Do you
it's
think if
doing?
you find her corpse and touch it, it would work better? Whatever it is you do?
It has to be inanimate objects. So I don't know if
A
bodies
corpse
count.
is pretty inanimate.
I can always try. But the real thing is just that someone most likely abducted someone and then used some sort of black magic on them to turn them into a freaking rag doll.
I mean, that's a pretty
rotting
big
rag
jump
doll.
from an empty bed.
You're sure it was something undead?
It was a body so far gone it could not have been alive, and yet it was making noises as if it was.
Abby.
Mia, I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying this was a vision.
She- Oh, she's just beyond pissed. She's like, this is okay. She's like, she goes up, she gets right in your face, Venus, looking up at you like, and goes, I don't care if you believe me or not. I know what I saw is true, and either you can help me or you cannot. But I'm going to find that woman's corpse, and I'm going to put her to rest like any good soul would. Now, are you going to help me or not?
Is there anyone else on the street with us?
I mean, there's like random passersby, but Jenny down the street does not live in the nicest neighborhood, so fights are pretty common.
No, I was just gonna talk
So
to somebody.
people
But
aren't really like paying
Yeah.
attention.
I mean, are we just gonna start asking for missing bodies? If what you saw is true, I don't think we're gonna find it anywhere in the city.
There has to be some place people could
That's a
hide
point.
bodies. I mean, it's a
Probably
city.
with the rest of the dead bodies would be a start.
Thank you, Alphonse, for your lovely piece of logic. But also, we could do some research.
Do some research. You just got out of the woods.
Yeah, I don't think you understand. Nobody keeps a book of where missing bodies are.
I meant research into who could potentially be doing this or be interested or who would have the power to or how much knowledge this college that supposedly knows so much has about these something so hideous as manipulating a body.
Oh, I agree with you, Mia. I'd be happy to help. Also, this is where you're going to school, so maybe treat it a little nicer.
She looks at you, Alphonse, and she's like, I don't care. Like, she is full out yelling now. Like, she's just off the shits. Like, she's like, I don't care about that God's forsaken school. I care about the people who are dying and disappearing.
That's awesome.
Now, if
Use
you
that
two aren't going to
attitude.
help me, I'm going to find someone who will.
I'll tell you what, Mia.
Mia,
Go ahead, Alphonse. I'm sure it'll make her more mad.
She's like huffing
lit-
over, like,
literally just told you I would be happy to help you find help at the school.
she gives like a
Venus, on
curt
the other
nod.
hand,
Okay.
Venus is the one who's being difficult.
I'm not being difficult. I'm just asking the questions that probably should be asked, Alphonse. Now, Mia,
You're not wrong.
I might have some contacts high up the school that might know even where to start on this search. I'll see what I can figure out, and I'll let you know.
She smiles like very thin-lipped and is like,
I also give a forced smile.
We are all forced smiling.
she's like, damn, they're rubbing off on me. And she's like, thank you, Venus. I'm sure you can understand the potentially dire nature of the circumstances. And I certainly appreciate the help. And then she just starts walking off. She's going back home to the school.
Is she walking in the right direction of the school?
Who knows? Probably not.
If not, then Alphonse is gonna we go this way and then walk to the school also.
She follows Alphonse.
Venus will make his way back at some point. Not with them.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are just going back to the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mia's gonna go back to school. She wants. I want to I want to see what the library situation is like, and
You can't
see what
read.
August is up to.
Mm-hmm.
No one, no, y'all
So-
don't know I can't read.
So basically, you're casually dragging me with you and being like, "Oh, I can't reach that book. Can you read the title for me?"
If you want to come along, sure. She tells Alphonse, I think we should look into the library. I'm like assuming this place has one.
Sure, but also the faculty are probably going to be just as much, if not more, help than a book or a bunch of books. Or
True. I'm gonna put you on book duty.
you
And
don't
I'll
even know the faculty. This is day 2 of
So,
school for you.
You know the library better than I do.
I know both of them better than you.
Oh well, you can do both.
Okay. Go back to your tree.
All right.
No, actually, what were you saying about talking to August? Because that sounds interesting.
Would you know August?
No, I would. Well, would I? Is he?
Just make like a circles roll. Just whatever.
Yay. Okay, I'm pulling up my thing.
The real question is, if you know August, do you know that I know August?
The real question is, do I know him in the same sense that you know him?
Oh, I doubt that.
Probably not.
Probably not. I've been focused on my studies. Where is their circles? Okay. If the circles test decides to come up at any point. Okay. 0 mods, 0 Artha, base ob what, Abby?
0.
No.
Hard to tell. Oh! Your successes against a base ob 0.
That's really embarrassing.
So you do
Classy.
not know August.
Wow.
Maybe
But did you mention August, or were you just ideating that?
you've never even heard
I
his
was
name.
doing that out of character.
Gotcha.
I probably would not say it out loud.
Sure. I mean, at some point, I assume during our walk, you and I are in character actually going to talk about what should we do about trying to figure out more for these disappearances.
Yeah, probably. I think Mia looks at you like she stops you in the street and pulls you to the side and looks at you like very sort of earnestly and like but also very neutral, and is like, do you believe me, Alphonse? Do you believe that what I saw?
Yeah, I believe that you saw a corpse that was definitely dead, but also maybe not. And that it's probably somewhere in the city. It's just, I don't know a good way of figuring out where. That's why we're going to more resources.
She nods and says like, good. I need to know that you believe what I'm saying, because if no one believes me, then nothing is going to get done. We don't have any leads, okay?
That's true, but we're working on them.
Exactly.
We have more people looking out for disappearances as well. the guard looking into it and bringing it up to the council. We have folks in the religious community who are looking out for their flocks. It's a start. You've only been here for 2 days. Disappearances
But we don't
been
know.
going on for however many days.
Like 4 days. Or,
Like 4 days or a week.
yeah, a week, maybe. Not very long. Like, since people have noticed them, at least.
It ramped up real fast, though.
Yeah. Real fast.
Well, yeah, that's what she's like. Mia's like, but we don't know how much faster it'll start happening. We don't know when the next thing's going to happen. There's no way we can waste the time, that we can afford to waste time.
That's true. That's why we're getting help.
True. And she starts walking again. It's like,
Yep, let's do it.
we need to see what knowledge is available in the city, in the library of this of this school that you hold in such high regard, as well as what the professors may know. Do any of the teachers, do you think, would have any inkling about something as distasteful as death magic or black magic?
Abby, what do I know about the teachers? Or do I know teachers who I'm like close to in not a teacher's pet kind of way?
Do you think that you do?
I think if there are any that are especially one related to my school
Mm-hmm.
of magic or like my top means, methods, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
arts, or two are like very hard work, dedicated, no nonsense, safety first kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Magic's dangerous, Sean.
It's true.
Let's see. Do you want to go? It'll be circles if you
Maybe
want
it's
to
a
go.
circles, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to make the check until you want to go try to find them.
Can we do? Would I know of any teachers who know anything related to death magic first, and then deal with the? Are there any that I have a personal connection to?
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
What? Do you want to go
Or, like,
find
any-
them, or do you want to just know if you know them?
I think know if I know them
Okay.
first, right? Sean / Mia.
Yeah, if you know them, I guess, would be the first step.
Because that might be like a Mia. These are the people to talk to.
Yeah. I mean, and it doesn't even have to be a professor. I was thinking, if anyone's done any research on it, if they have any
Oh yeah,
hidden
I mean,
books.
recent like master's students at the school.
Or, like, do they even have folklore,
Right.
or myths from other places?
Gotcha. So, not to make this overly wide, but we're looking for death magic related people, places, things, ideas. Really any noun.
Okay. Let's.
Well, it's not exactly the most common form of magic, so...
Got a point?
Are you trying to find a person, or are you trying to find a book? Because those are two different things.
Those are very different things. Mia, let's do.
Thought you were doing both.
You can't read, so
You do not know that fact.
I think it came up last session.
August helped her read, but you guys didn't know.
We're not necessarily in classes together.
You're a senior.
I am in very different classes. I'm a senior. I thought I was a junior also.
Oh, maybe you're a junior. I always think of Alphonse as like upper class for sure.
Oh, I think so too.
Isn't this grad level? We don't really have... I feel like we wouldn't really have classes. Class level.
Yeah, it's pretty grad level. There's some classes, but
I feel like it'd be more like, how far are you in your thesis?
yeah.
Let's find people.
Okay, people. So to know if you know a person is going to be sorcery wise, which you have in
Oh,
being
shit.
learned.
Yep. Oh boy. Oh wait. Okay, let's try this.
And we're gonna make it ob.
I can help. I think.
I think you can help too.
Cool.
Ob
0 mod.
3, which is gonna double to 6, but
Yikes.
Okay, wait.
you roll
Is
5
Mia
dice,
helping?
so that's not. What?
Is Mia helping? And is that one modifier?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll help.
One modifier. 0 Artha. 3. No additional complications. So close.
Oh, you have 2 6s.
Oh my god, what do I have to spend?
A fate.
And I just type in RD6.
Ooh,
I rolled
yeah,
2
we're
of
so
them.
close. Yeah, /R2d6.
I'll do it. Is it that beneficial, Sean? Should I do it?
Yeah.
I mean, what other lead do we have? Is finding books.
Okay, it's /R2D6?
Yeah,
Yeah.
/R space 2d6.
Oh, the space is what eluded me.
Wow.
Wow.
You did it.
Nice.
That's crazy.
It's still only routine, even though you made an ob6.
No, it doesn't count because he's only opening it,
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's true.
so it doesn't matter either way.
Oh,
Make sure you mark it though.
got it.
Cool. So, you do know a professor that like has not done death art magic, but has like teaches about like it and why to stay away from it.
Okay, got it.
But this
Like a history
professor is
and
very,
abstinence
like-
only.
Think Snape. That's how I imagine this professor is.
He teaches defense against the death arts.
I love it. Yeah,
He totally does.
but this year only. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna relay this information to Mia and describe him as a very intimidating professor and definitely knows what he's talking about.
What's his
But
name?
what is his name? Do I choose that? Does Abby choose that?
If you have a good one.
I think you get to name him technically.
He's not
Oh my
technically
goodness.
in Alphonse's
Oh, it
circles,
wasn't a
so-
circles
Yeah.
test. My bad. Never mind. Now we have to find him. We know he exists.
Maybe his name doesn't matter until you make the circles check, because if you succeed, then you can name him.
His name is, you don't need to know his name. Unfortunately, he dies tonight.
He dies.
It's
What?
it's a reference that only 3 of us get.
And it's
Uh,
not you.
I noticed.
Do I need to make a circles check?
To find him, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
or I
boy.
can make it. It's up to you.
Sure. Actually, can we wait until we're at the school?
Yeah.
And then I can just ask like another student, like, hey, do you know where this person is?
I mean, you'll get help, but you still have to make a circles check.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
I'll
at
do
the
that. I think
school.
that
You're
makes-
talking to a student.
Wow, time flies.
Zoop. Cool. Hey, student. And
Hey, student.
young person.
Hey, other student.
Do you know where the Death Arts professor what's his face is?
Oh yeah, he's just down the way.
Oh, thank you. Wait, I have to roll for this other student.
Oh, I'll help
Oh
you.
my
other
god, they were
student.
down the way.
We were just down the way.
No, we were down the road and then
Yeah.
up the way.
Mhm.
Or down the
Oh
street.
my god. Down the street and up the way. So if we had gone down the way, we would have been much closer.
So it's gonna be op 3 to find him.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Actually, ob 4.
Whoa.
No, I take that back. Ob 3.
Thank goodness. How big is this school?
I mean, it's decently sized. Also,
Okay.
the defense against the Death Arts professor, I don't think comes out very often. So
Just like doesn't like to be found. That's
Yeah.
rule number one in
in defense
defense
against
against
the
death.
Death
Yeah,
Arts.
if you can't be found, you can't be death magic to death.
There was a whole Deathly Hallow about it. So if I'm getting help, I get one modifier,
Yep.
right? Not spending any more Artha this session. Base off, you said 3?
Yeah.
Oh boy, not gonna happen.
Ooh.
Oh, super didn't happen.
Real bad.
That's rough. That's real hurts.
Real bad.
Well,
So,
I
0.
we get lost. I'm picturing Hogwarts Grand Staircase style. Something moves in the castle, and we wind up coming back to the entrance.
Hold on. Is your relationship with Bertrand already hateful?
I don't think it's hateful.
Where are relationships? Are they on information?
I don't know if I remember.
It's not hateful.
He might not have listed them.
I don't think I did. I honestly think that was a homework that, oh, no, I have relationship, other family, not forbidden, hateful, or romantic. Thank God. Has me concernicus that you asked me if it's a hateful relationship, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what I want to do, because this,
It's a hard consequence to come up with.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Consequence?
Yeah, John.
Actions have consequences.
Did I have a small seizure and just blank out? I'm trying to find the Death Arts person.
Yeah, and you failed. Make it so he's terrified of this teacher.
Oh.
Yeah, or make it so the Death Art teacher hates Alphonse.
I do want to do that because I think that's really fun. But why would
That
he
could be
hate
fun, yeah.
Because-
Because he is a
Stop
chaotic
answering your
person at
question.
heart. Like
Oh.
Mia.
There's that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alphonse was like, why would you practice death arts when it's illegal? No one would do that. And the teacher was like, you're the biggest idiot I've ever met. I hate you.
I picture it as more of a, Alphonse, you're asking a lot of really unnecessary questions, and you're being very annoying.
Okay, yeah, sure.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. This professor, what's his last name, guys?
His last name.
Because I have a non-serious idea.
Yeah,
so-
sure, let's do it.
No, I was gonna say Frankenstein.
No,
Oh, that's pretty bad.
that's pretty bad.
I know.
I like it though.
It was funny for myself.
We'll just call him Professor Franck.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Professor Franck is the defense against the Death Arts teacher. So you do successfully find him,
Oh.
but you do also know that he hates you.
Oh, okay.
He hates Alphonse.
Yeah.
He ain't got nothing against sweet old Mia.
Can I tell if he hates me? Do I know that?
No.
Oh no. Okay. Are we RPing this or are we cutting to
Dr. Stein Franck.
Venus?
I was gonna say, yeah, what's Venus up to?
Venus, you can hear me. Venus is going to Ezra.
Yep. Which you
Aw.
can do because he's in your relationships.
See how that's done, John?
Yeah, I do. I do see that.
Just only talk to people you have relationships with, and
So-
then only have relationships with everybody.
It's so boring.
Ezra, you look like high and low for Ezra. In all the usual places he would be. Oh, is this what I want to do?
Please.
Go for it.
Oh my god.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So,
Oh
you
God.
look. You look high and low for Ezra. In all the usual places, like his cabin and like where he usually studies in the library and like where his classes would be at this time of day, etc., etc.
Have I ever not been able to find him?
Yeah, I mean it's not. It's uncommon, but it's not that uncommon that it would be like this is concerning. But you're like, oh, Delfino knows about me and Ezra, so maybe Delfino's seen Ezra. So you go to Delfino's cabin and like knock on the door. And there's like there's a couple seconds, and the door opens, and Ezra opens the door. He's got like his shirt's like halfway unbuttoned, and he's like, "Oh, Venus, how can I help you?" And he like has it cracked open, so he's like,
Ezra, what are you doing here?
"Oh, I'm dying." Ezra's like, "Oh, I was just stopped by to see Delfino. What are you doing here?"
You just stopped by. Do you even know who Delfino is?
I do now.
You do now. Move aside, Ezra.
No.
I'm going to... Oh, what am I good at? Oh, jeez.
What you gonna do?
Oh my god.
Boy's finally grown a backbone.
I'm going to try and push the door open.
Okay. Where are you?
Wait, let's see how far down my little spellcasting list.
Make an Ob2 power roll.
Oh, Evoke is level 5. That's going to be... Okay.
Yeah, you're not
Ob2
evoking
power.
it.
Yeah.
Screw everything.
Yeah, so Ezra just like you push and he's like, "Venus, you're not welcome here. Come back later."
Ezra. Ezra. How dare you keep me out of Delfino's room? Do you know who Delfino is to me? He's much more than he's ever been to you, or that you have ever been to me. Ezra. Now,
Pray tell, Venus.
move aside.
Are you intimidating him?
I'm gonna... Is intimidate a skill, or is it persuasion?
It's a skill.
You have intimidate's a separate skill, yeah.
Oh, God. I don't have it open.
So I'm just asking what you're trying to do.
Okay, let me find it. Intimidation is based in will, and outside of Duel of Wits, it can be used to force a character to hesitate. Obstacle is the equal to the will of the victim. If successful, make a steel test. Add extra successes to the hesitation obstacle.
Okay, that's too complicated.
No, it's easy. So you
The most
just,
important part is it's just against his will.
Yeah, but I don't have it open, so it's doubled.
Yeah, so you're not gonna do it.
No, so I don't want to do that. I'm...
His will's only 3.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
With Logan's rolls.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't succeeded on a roll in a session and a half.
Magic, magic, magic.
Magic,
I'm
magic.
just going to.
You hear from the inside. You hear like, "Oh, who is at the door? Should I come visit them?"
I'm just gonna
Let me get
walk
properly
away.
dressed.
I'm gonna walk away. I'm just gonna turn and walk.
Sure. Ezra just closes the door.
Great. I'm gonna wait about a minute. Are there windows on the cabin?
Yeah. They're
Are they,
like shuttered though, like or
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
there's
God, wait.
blinds on the inside that are currently closed.
Yeah, perfect. I am going to. Let's see.
This
Please
makes
say
me
break.
so happy.
Please say break. Please say destroy with sorcerer's fire.
Destroy with sorcerer's fire.
That'd be very difficult for
I
him.
think that's my.
It's
no,
your last
second.
one.
It's my second to last
Second to
one.
least good one.
Oh man, so it's impossible, but still fun.
Yep.
That's so
see.
fun. Sorcerer's fire is so in right now.
But none of us were brave enough to take it.
I feel like
I
I
was
just
so
want
close.
to. I'm going to just go to Ezra's room.
His cabin.
Yeah, his cabin.
Sure.
I'm just gonna try and walk on in.
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Idiot. Can I?
He's
Do I know
trusting
him
of
well?
someone.
Do I know him well enough to know like what his most prized thing is? Like, he has like a letter, like the last letter his like dead mother ever wrote him, or something like so personal to him.
Hmm. Just do like an ob to intrigue wise test. I think ob 2. Yeah. And you can
Do I have advantage because I know him really well?
I was gonna say you can fork in extortion.
Oh, perfect. Can I do both?
No.
Well, based off
Good luck.
2.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna fail because I fail everything. Oh, what a surprise!
Oh, 2 successes, 2 obstacle.
Pretty good.
Ezra.
So what is his most prized possession, do we think?
Ooh.
I feel like both of his parents died tragically or something like that.
Aw.
You just seem like a huge piece of shit right now.
Yeah, you
Venus?
It's fine.
Do you know Venus?
I feel like both of his parents, like,
No, even better. I think he had a sibling, a younger brother or something,
Mhm.
who passed away, and his younger brother left him like a little carved figurine or something that he made for his brother when he left for school. And Ezra wasn't there when his little brother passed away.
oh, I love it.
There has to be death involved.
Yeah,
Always.
of course.
Yeah, so there's that little figurine, and it's like he keeps it like under his mattress or something, so that his brother's like with him when he sleeps or something. Yeah,
Ew.
Gross. Gonna,
in a sweet way, not a gross way.
I'm gonna
Yeah, y'all
yoink it.
nasty.
I'm gonna yoink it up.
Yep, you yoink it.
Then I'm just gonna like, as I'm walking out casually, just like knock his desk over and then just leave the door open as I leave,
Yeah,
Just casually knock it over.
as you do.
as one does.
I imagine that you're like real thin and have to really put some force into it.
No, I'm not very thin. I have a 3 power.
That's
He's
like
not a twink,
average.
he's a twonk.
He's not a creep, he's a twunk.
Yeah, and then I'll just like take it with me, and I'm gonna go to my room.
Yeah.
And we can hop over. I have to think about what I want to do with it.
Okay. So Alphonse and Mia, you approach Professor Franck.
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 I love it. I'm assuming he's from a different place.
He's probably like German. Or the
German? Yeah, he's German. He's fantasy German.
He's fantasy German.
All right, so we find Professor Franck in his office, I guess, maybe?
He's in his dungeon.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
He's
I
in
love
his
it.
dungeon, as one does.
Yeah, I can introduce you guys, since you probably haven't had class with him. Yeah, Dr. Franck,
No,
hello.
he's this is not a field I normally would be interested in.
Good, okay, yeah. Dr. Franck, hello.
Alphonse.
How
Always
are
a
you?
pleasure.
Oh, well, thank you. I enjoy speaking to you as well. Have you met Mia?
I have not. And he like turns to you and like looks more friendly. Like, Mia, I've heard of your arrival. How are you enjoying the school so far?
I found everyone very welcoming, Professor Franck. I appreciate your interest. Though I was concerned to arrive and so soon hear something had happened to the head of the school.
He just nods.
She like just shakes her head real quick. Unfortunately, did she looks at Alphonse and she goes, Alphonse, would you mind leaving me and Franck to discuss things? Didn't we talk about some research you could help with at the library?
Oh, sure. Insert the, like, blinking guy gif. But yeah, of course. I'll catch up with you later, I guess. And I'll wander off.
All right. She turns back to Professor Franck.
He's like, thank you for sending him away. He is always such a nuisance.
Oh man, she is like, Franck just skyrocketed in her self-esteem. She's like, I know. Oh my god, it's like getting through a brick wall. Anyways, Professor Franck,
Yes.
did Stella tell you anything about the reason for my arrival?
Stella and I do not communicate frequently, so no.
Well, I've just been very concerned with the whole recent events and disappearances, and then me and Alphonse and Venus, you may know him, were in the city and we heard tell of more disappearances within the city. And I'm very worried. And I have cause to believe there may be something more sinister at foot than simply people leaving. These disappearances are not normal. And you're a man who deals with the sinister, and particularly the defense against the sinister.
It's like, yes.
And we could gravely use your help.
He just nods and he's like, what do you fear has happened?
I'm most worried that someone has disrupted the natural order of things and is stealing people in order to use their bodies for a most nefarious purpose. I believe they're using death magic to create the undead.
He looks not at all unfazed, but he just is nodding as you're saying this, and he like finishes his nod, and then just like whisks around, and his cloak goes like fluttering up, and he like
Good
goes back
drama.
and like starts searching through this bookcase, and at some point like pulls out a book, and just brings it over to you and like hands it to you, and he's like, "This may contain information that will help you."
Mm. Thank you so much, Professor. She like gingerly like kind of reaches out for the book very cautiously.
It is very
um,
dusty.
more because she's just like unfamiliar with books
Yeah.
than anything else. Do you have any idea where someone might be able to hide, or I don't know, stage something like this within the city? Well, if they've abducted multiple people for something as terrible as this, they have to be nearby at the least.
Make a persuasion check.
I
Obtuse.
would love to. Ob2, which is good because I don't actually have persuasion, even though I keep trying to persuade people. All right. So no modifiers. Actually, no. Wait. No Artha for now. And you said 2?
Yep.
All right. Come on, lucky roll. What's happening? Did it go through for y'all?
No.
What? Stupid thing.
It happens sometimes. There.
There we go.
Oh.
Oh, God. Okay. Not very persuasive today.
That's okay. I think because you failed, he would have told you something that he knew if you succeeded, but because you failed, he just doesn't know of like a place
okay.
that would be conducive to that.
Right. Well,
I will say, and I should have probably noted this earlier, but I think like the zombie vision was not completely dark. Like there was some light.
oh, okay.
So it's not like in a crypt.
But I didn't really like see the surroundings or anything.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But
Okay.
it was lit and not by like torches.
Lit in some kind of way, potentially natural sunlight.
It's lit, y'all.
No, it is most definitely not.
Death Arts is lit.
Okay. Well, thank you, Professor Frank, for your time, and I would suggest you just keep your eyes peeled and try to be discerning in what is going on around you. I hope we'll speak again soon.
He nods and he's like, I always do keep my eyes peeled. And he's just turns around.
She's like, all right. I'm sure. Under her breath, she's like, I'm sure you do. I'm sure of it.
Okay, and as Mia walks away, it's time for our first break. So let's do that, and then we'll come back and figure out what we want to do after. We'll see you all in 10. Bye-bye.
We have drinks.
Hey, drank.
Yeah. So, hope everybody's break was good. It's been quite the episode so far, guys. So, Mia just left Professor Frank's dungeon.
Einstein Frank.
Einstein Frank. Yeah.
Not
And
Einstein.
I'm guessing we'll jump to Venus if you have what you want to do.
Sure.
Cool. So you're in your cabin.
I have hidden the thing.
Yeah? Where have you
The
put it?
thing.
I have hidden it. Oh, jeez. Maybe in, like, Mia's tree?
Oh, okay.
I just sort of shoved it up there with Chester's little nest.
Yeah.
Chester's nest is my hammock.
I thought it was your hair.
That too. That's nest number 2. No. All right. You're trying to frame me? I see.
No, I just don't want anyone to take it from me. And they would never look there.
Nope.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I'll be in my room if you have something planned, but then at one point I want to go to Delfino when he's no longer occupied.
Yeah, sure.
Well
So,
done.
how do you determine if he's no longer occupied?
Oh man.
I'll probably just go like, wait. Like,
Oh, that's not stalkerish.
outside, but like not right outside, but like across the way where I can see the door, but you can't really see me from the door.
Yeah, sure.
You're making this even scarier.
Yeah.
Creeper.
Make a
Inconspicuous?
Inconspicuous, yeah.
I would love to. Inconspicuous. Ooh, I'm 2.
Please fail.
Yeah. I was thinking that. I was like,
Oh boy.
failure. 0 successes. 0.
What? A good time.
Nice.
I've died.
I've succeeded on 2 rolls in the
Yeah.
past
If-
2 sessions.
I'm sorry.
Hey, good thing
If I
both-
can,
You can go.
well, I was gonna say, if I can attempt to come to the rescue, since Mia just dismissed me, I assume, like, I have some plans for who I want to be seeking out at that point, but it would involve wandering the school grounds.
Yeah.
Please
would-
find me.
Be willing to make like a kind of lucky find of Venus.
I mean, you can see Venus just like standing behind a twig. Not really a twig, but like a small tree. And he's just like peeking around it.
Venus, what are you doing?
And Venus
What does
right-
it look like I'm doing? I'm standing here.
It looks like you're watching the cabins.
No, I've taken up an interest in arborism.
Okay. How much in character do I know about trees?
Test your tree wise.
You know, Mia's from the forest.
Ah,
I do
I'm looking
not
for
think
nice
that
guys.
Alphonse cares about nature, but he could. I don't know.
He might not,
cares
but I
about-
mean, he would know about wood because he was an architect
Building,
or engineer.
engineering.
Yeah.
They did all of the things, so they also were the
What do you
architects,
want
yeah.
to know about this tree?
I just want to know enough that when Venus tells me he wants to learn about arborism, talking about this tree in great detail.
I mean, Alphonse knows more than Venus does about trees.
Venus knows fuck all. He's like, this is a green tree.
I'm gonna take you at face value and start telling you everything about this tree.
I'm like one eye watching, like nodding along, and the
Like
other.
a chameleon.
Yeah.
Perfect. And I'm sure I noticed within 30 seconds, but at which point I think I would say, you seem distracted. I'm also distracted. Mia had me find Death Arts Professor Franck and then sent me away. I don't really know
How
why.
strange. Do you want to go knock on that door for me and see who answers?
That's strange. I don't want to.
What if I ask
Actually,
you
wait.
nicely?
Actually, wait. Do I know Delfino?
Everybody knows Delfino.
Everyone knows Delphine.
Everyone knows Delfino.
Yeah.
How do I know Delfino?
He's just a character. Like, everybody knows him because he's like the class, not the class clown, but like the,
He's like the drama kid
yeah.
of art school of
Yeah,
magic
Okay.
he
school.
is the drama
So,
kid
like,
of magic school.
Everyone knows him. No one really hates him. Most people like him.
Yeah, very likable guy.
Okay. Oh, Delfino.
Oh, is that
haven't
who
talked
lives
to him in a
here? I
while.
had no idea.
Interesting.
Lies.
I want to double check that there's not a skill that I want to try to roll for. And then,
Wait, no, I want Venus to make a falsehood check against Alphonse's will.
yes.
Who rolls first? Does he roll first? To
He
set the
doesn't
ob?
roll. It's he sets
Oh.
the ob with
Okay.
whatever
I
the base is.
set
4. So ob 4. Falsehood.
4 falsehood? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Good luck.
What the fuck are you, Alphonse?
I know.
It's all coming out. You got
Ooh.
a 6.
Oh, a 1v4.
But only one success.
I'll mark down that challenging and then take it.
True. Challenging,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. Okay, so Venus is like, Delfino, I don't know who Delfino is.
Who's Delphino?
Breathing past why you're lying to me about that, maybe I should talk to Delfino.
I'm not lying, Alphonse. I don't know everyone, okay? I don't take creepy notes on people.
Ooh. Hitting close to home.
No, he won't bring out his notebook for that. Okay, my video wasn't frozen. Why do you want me to knock on Delfino's door? Or, sorry, why do you want me to knock on some random stranger's door?
It's a very simple answer, Alphonse. I think this might have something to do with Jenny from down the street disappearing.
Don't let him roll again, Ash. You can't keep farming this out for challenging.
But he has to lie, because that's his instinct.
He has to double down on it.
I mean, the
Um,
falsehood that he already made just is under let it
same.
ride rules. So
Yeah, you very clearly. I'm
You're
bullshitting
just-
you very
yeah.
obviously.
Do I know anything about his relationships?
I
Do
think
I suspect
I think
anything?
you've rolled for that before, and
It was a no.
It
We
was a no.
established no, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Mia knows, but
Mia's been in the room where it happens.
ugh.
Mia is in the know about a lot of things, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, Venus. Tell you what, I'll go knock on this door, and I'll ask Delphino about the disappearances. Are you gonna stand here behind this tree?
Yes, I will stand here behind this northern white elm.
You're welcome for the identification. Um, so since I'm doing this favor, well, really it's for the investigation, but this is your lead. Is there some, like, can you help me out with some stuff after this?
I sure can, Alphonse.
Is this still part of the falsehood?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, Alphonse will absolutely walk right up to that door, poised to knock, look back.
Get on with it.
Okay. I'll knock on the door.
Sure, you knock on the door. Who answers? I think Delphino answers.
Is he clothed?
He, to the extent that Delphino usually is.
Half. Okay. Delphino, hi.
Hello? Alphonse, is
Um,
it?
Yeah, we have some classes together, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we have some classes together. I was gonna see, do you have time, do you want to talk about what the faculty did the other day?
Hold on, I have to make a roll for Delphino.
Ooh.
He's
Exciting.
casting Destroyer Sorcerer's Fire on you.
He's
Oh.
probably trying to see if he can find you behind your twig.
Oh, yeah, I'm standing right there.
Yeah,
I
so
could've
you
just
see
shouted
his,
our entire
he's
conversation.
like talking to you, and you see his eyes just like look at Venus and then look back at you.
So I noticed that.
Yeah,
Oh, good. I'll notice that, and then I'll say,
but he's still talking
Oh.
to you.
I'll try to squeeze in. Yeah, I ran into Venus earlier. He says he's starting to study trees, so
Fascinating. I did not know that he was into arborism.
I'm gonna rip off a branch of this tree and walk over.
oh my god.
Oh, Venus, I did not see you there.
Oh, hello, Delphino. Alphonse, did you know that the northern white elm has leaves that look just like the southern white elm?
You know, I only really knew about the northern one. I haven't been down south as much as you.
I'm gonna like be trying to look in the room.
Venus, I was just asking Delphino if he had time to talk about the incident with the faculty the other day.
Logan,
No.
make a perception check.
Can I see anything in there? Actually,
You can also.
is there a way that I
well,
can help him?
no, because he didn't
No,
preface
I just want to.
that there was anything to look for.
Yeah,
Yeah, you didn't know what the goal was.
I really just want to see if I'll be invited in.
What's the ob?
2.
Watch, I'm gonna fail. Oh.
Crushed it.
Ooh,
Oh my god.
4.
4.
Wow.
Okay.
Ezra is not there anymore. I'm
Ah.
assuming that's what you were
Oh.
looking for.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
I was hoping you were going to see him laying on the bed.
The bed
painted
is
like-
like
A French girl.
the bed is a disaster. Like in terms of like the sheets have not been remade. But
Yikes.
And like the headboard is snapped in half.
yeah.
Big yikes.
Okay, well in that case I'm just gonna like
It's like
hand the
leaning.
branch to Alphonse.
Delphino's like,
Oh, thank you.
I didn't know you had been south to see the southern white elm, Venus. How exotic.
A lot you don't know about me, Delphina. I'm gonna put my hand on him and then try and walk into his room.
He lets you in.
Yeah.
He better.
Yeah, he better.
So Delphino, about the other day.
Yes, Alphonse.
I mean, we've both been here a few years. We've never had anything happen like that before, have we?
The disappearance?
That too.
Wait, what are you talking about, Alphonse?
I primarily meant the faculty casting a spell on us.
Oh, yeah, they haven't done that before.
Hmm. We can talk about the disappearance, though. What do you think?
I thought you had to be evasive.
About who disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
The disappearance.
Oh,
Sorry,
how
I didn't throw those
mysterious.
in. The absence of people.
The
absence
one
of
disappearance that
people.
everyone knows of.
Planned vacation of this person to Necrotown.
What a terrible vacation, let me tell you.
It was all expenses paid.
I think, yeah, so you talk about the disappearance. Delphina's like, I am not sure quite what to think. Do you have any leads? You and your group seem to be hanging around areas. Do you know anything?
Hanging around areas. We've been all over the place, Delphino.
Don't I know it?
I can't. Do you know it? Is he trying to flirt with me?
Yes.
That's just how he is.
Yeah.
Okay, Alphonse notices, pretends not to notice. Well, I don't know about leads. We've just been to a couple of homes of the disappeared. Yeah, I don't know. Can you think of places that we ought to be looking, or is that something that you'd want to help us out with?
Make a persuasion one.
Ooh. I keep going to the Roll20 page instead of my
Failure. Failure.
You watch yourself.
I know, I'm giving myself such bad karma.
Okay, persuasion 1, and I don't have persuasion. Zero modifier. Oh,
Ooh,
2v2.
good
Nice.
job. Yeah, 2 successes. To Ob 2.
So he says, he's like, well, I was out last Friday with a bunch of people that he lists their names.
I'm noting all of this down.
Yeah. And he's like,
Unless it makes them uncomfortable. But...
No, yeah. And he's like, I did hear some kind of ruckus at, and an address he gives you, like, somewhere in town. Yeah. Like he says, like near the intersections of
what kind of ruckus?
Near the intersections of like Birch Street and 21st Street or something like that, like a general area.
Okay.
He's like, I'm not sure. It was so late at night, and I just heard. I can't even explain it. Something unnatural.
Yeah, I think that's really good information. I mean, even if it isn't related, that could be something fun to check out. I enjoy a good scare. But yeah, unless you're wanting to check some of this stuff out with us, I mean, I can let you get back to whatever you're up to.
I mean, I am a busy man, Alphonse. You know that.
Do I? Are you?
Abby says as she shakes her head.
We have classes together, but I never see you do work.
Alphonse, I do lots of work.
But you're somehow doing just fine. I don't get it. Someday, but I should focus on this for now. I'll see you later.
Well, you have fun now.
Oh, thank you. Venus, are you coming?
I'm good, thank you, Alphonse.
I'll find you later.
Alphonse is just being left in the dust.
I'll
Close.
leave.
Yikes.
I'll leave. Wait. No, never mind. I'll leave.
Okay. You leave. Venus stays.
I was,
Yeah.
I was gonna set fire to the branch, but that's just a lot of work.
That is a lot of work.
We can jump scene to Mia.
Okay. Yeah, I have plans.
I mean, I just might take a while with Delphine, so I don't want to.
Yeah,
I'm so
not
sorry.
like huge plans, so it might be a good little interlude. Can I find August?
Yeah.
Is
I think,
he?
I mean, I think
Would
he's
you
like
consider
a
him a
circles.
relationship, or
Not yet. You have to find him like that.
so he's
whatever.
still circles, but he's technically named?
Yeah, so you have a +1 to find him. Like,
Okay.
in addition to your circles. Where is he? Yeah. And then you just have to find him 7 times, and then he's a official relationship.
7 times. I should probably write him down because I think I need to circles. Or I guess relationship. No,
Yeah, add him
he's
to
still in
here,
circles.
I'll add him. So
You got it? You can
one
figure it
day
out for me.
circle, August.
Um,
And I think he's a OB1 test.
cool. Because I want to find him and see if he'll. I guess ask him to help me read the book, basically. So
Yep.
this is kind of gonna be difficult, but I'll do that circle test first, just
Yep.
to see if I can find him. Okay, so I get a +1. I won't spend any Artha. You said the obstacle was 1?
Yep.
Okay,
Nice.
perfect. One
Yeah,
success,
so
1 off.
August is hanging out down by the pier where the fortune tellers
Oh,
hang out. Like down by where you found Vivian.
okay. I
And I think you
I've got
find him because he left like a note on his cabin or something saying like, went down to the fish market, I'll be right back or something.
he knew I was gonna look for
Yeah.
him.
I mean, he does.
Okay.
He sees all.
Yeah, true. Apparently. So I find him. I
Yep.
brought the book with me. I don't think she wants to let go of it yet. And Mia kind of wanders over to August.
Yeah.
What's he doing exactly?
He's like standing at a fish market booth where they're like packing up some kind of like fish fillet for him and like wrapping it up in paper. And as you like walk up behind him, he's like, "Oh, Mia, I saw you were coming."
She's like gives him like the side eye. Like her visions
He's
do not
he's
work
not
like
even looking at you like
right. Yeah, like she's confused because her visions do not work like this at all. So she's both like impressed, scared, curious, and like so many things are going through her head. She's like, "Oh, well, I'm glad you saw me coming, August, because I was wondering if I could get some of your help, though I am also very curious what you're doing around," she like sniffs, "all this incredibly stinky fish."
Have you not had fish before, Mia?
I mean, I've had fish, but like, there's so much here. It's like there's a couple rivers. I mean, we go fishing, but
I see.
this is a little different.
Well, I am just about finished up here, and he like hands over a couple of coins and turns around to face you. He's like, "Now let's go read your book."
She's like, "You have money? How did you get that?" Yeah, any help would be appreciated. Though, I would like to try it on my own at first, but I could definitely use your help.
Sure thing.
Okay, so I guess they make it back to the school.
Yep.
She's probably just gonna take him to the courtyard to her little abode,
Mhm.
I guess. I'm assuming it's not like super busy normally.
No, I think yeah. It's
Yeah,
probably like early to mid-afternoon at this point. So
yeah, like I don't.
people are either like studying or doing research in the library or have already gone home, depending.
Yeah, yeah. She doesn't really want people listening in on whatever they're doing. So yeah, so she brings him over to her nice little stone fence and gestures inside like, please welcome, welcome. Make yourself at home. And I want to use I think she like cracks open the book, looks at it, takes a deep breath, sighs, and then she's gonna use sorcery, specifically arcane knowledge, to try and read.
Oh, I like it.
But she's gonna ask for help.
Mhm.
She's gonna do it carefully,
Mhm.
first of all, and then she's also gonna ask for help from August.
Yeah, he will help you.
Awesome.
So,
So
arcane knowledge.
yeah, so arcane knowledge lets me substitute a sorcery test for any academic skill,
Yeah,
and
cool.
reading is an academic skill, so I can do that. And I think I can do multiple levels of careful to make it even longer, but gosh, it does say that reading a book is ob 4. Do you think that's appropriate?
Let me look. Is this reading?
Yeah, it's under read. It says a note or a sign is ob 1, a letter is ob 2, essay or article is ob 3, book is ob 4. I mean, I'm
That's-
assuming I can't read the whole thing at once,
Right.
but
What is your intent for this role?
Good question. I think her initial intent is just to see if there's anything useful. So it's going to
Okay.
be more skimming than actual full reading of the whole book.
So let's do an ob2 research instead of read. Because that's like to gather interesting facts.
Okay. So research, which I'm assuming is
It's perception based. And academic, so yeah.
right. No, well, because I want to replace it with sorcery. Yeah, collecting relevant information from a native language text is ob 3. So ob 3, okay.
Yep.
All right. So
And
I'm
you
gonna
have
do.
a help die.
I have 1 help, and I think I'm gonna do. I really want this to work. I think I'm gonna do carefully, but I'm gonna do it for 2
Uh-huh.
dies worth. So I'll have a +3, actually. I won't spend any Artha to start. Base ob 3.
Nice!
Okay.
Oh, look at all
So-
those exploding sixes.
Look at all those freaking 6s.
Yeah.
I always get them on the things that are already a success. All right, so got 5 successes to that ob, and yeah, perfect. So I get a nice routine test for my sorcery too. Cool.
Nice.
So yeah, so she mutters an incantation. Oh shoot, I could have named it. I always do that.
You already made it.
I know that. So there's no point. But if you name them enough, you can get the extra
Oh, yeah, that's
die.
true.
Yeah. Oh well, it's fine. Um, so yeah, so she mutters an incantation to herself for a long time, and then uh, kind of like I think like her eyes glow. I almost want to say like turn white, like she's almost possessed
Hmm.
by knowledge beyond herself.
Oh, I love the idea that like the spirits like when she casts it, the spirits just read it to her. Like their
Oh
voices
yeah,
in her head just like read the book to her instead of her actually reading it.
yeah. Like she doesn't even look at it. She kind of just places her hands on it. It's almost like she's blind in reading it. Like they just read it to her as she passes her hands
Yeah, it's
over
so
it.
cool.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and so maybe her eyes just kind of roll into the back of her head. Super creepy. But she doesn't even need to look at it because she's receiving otherworldly aid.
Yeah.
And yeah, does she find it? Does she find a specific passage? I guess that's what I'm looking for. Like she assumes like the whole book is not going to
Yeah,
be
but she's
useful.
looking for something to like dial into and yeah.
Yeah, hopefully something more specific so she doesn't have to try and read this whole book because that would be terrible in her
Yeah.
opinion.
So let me flip to that page in here.
And every now and then like she like turns to August and is like, what does this word mean? Like the spirits read her something and she's like, I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's so good. There's a section called Ritual Reanimation.
Ooh, ritual
Yeah.
reanimation. Okay.
And there's also a section called
I should write these down.
Death of the Spirit.
Sorry, say that again for me.
Death of the Spirit and Ritual Reanimation.
All right.
And the Death of the Spirit section, like it's titled that and that stands out to her, but I think it's like maybe pages have been ripped out or something like that. Like
Oh.
yeah.
It's missing information.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can she dial in on ritual reanimation? Or is that another test?
Yeah, let's do I want something that's like more specific than research and I don't know if it exists.
I don't think so. I think it's either research or read.
Yeah.
Because it's in a book. Or
Hold on, I'm gonna look at your skills.
I probably do not have a skill related to it. Trying to see. Mm-mm-mm.
Let's do an Ob3 read.
Okay.
Because that's essay or article, so since you've like narrowed it down now, I think
Right,
you can
right.
do that.
Yeah. Okay. I think she's gonna use sorcery again.
Yep.
And also use the help from August. So yeah, I'll just might as well go overboard. I'll just do the 3 modifier again. No Arth at the moment. Base obstacle 3. Submit.
Nice.
Perfect. 3 successes to 3 ob. All right.
So the ritual reanimation section basically talks about how to create a corpse servant.
Okay.
And there's like different rituals you can do to get different types of, like to create different zombies, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the corpse, I think it is easier. These rituals are easier to do if the corpse has been dead for less time.
Right.
Um,
So the corpse is fresh.
yep, and you have to have like a workshop for death art.
Oh,
And
okay.
it takes some time to do this ritual.
Yeah,
But
so
you have
must
to
have a
have like a
workshop.
place, yeah.
Yeah, must have a workshop. And it takes time.
Mhm.
That's good info.
And then depending on like the power of the necromancer, they can like enhance the in life skills of the now zombie. Um, but it
Uh,
just is more difficult.
that's terrifying.
Yeah.
So a zombie headmistress could be made even more potent.
Yep.
Potentially. Okay.
The necromancer can add like life driving forces to this like undead.
Mm-hmm.
So like instincts and beliefs and stuff can be added. Even though it's like a puppet, it still can have like its own
Some agency, kind of.
manipulated drives, yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. I think that's good enough for now. She'll kind of mull that over, and we can skip back to Venus.
Yeah.
Or
I think it is
Alphonse.
we can take a break actually.
Oh
We're
man, that was
about
longer
due.
than I thought.
I know.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's just the
Okay.
perfect time for it.
Yeah.
So.
Stop making progress on the story.
I'm sorry.
So we will be back in 10, and then we'll do our third and final part of this episode when we come back. See you guys then. We're back from our break, and we are going to dive, I think, straight into Venus and Delfino's conversation. Mia successfully read a book, so we're gonna go to
For the first time in her life.
Venus just sits down at the little desk with all of the like herbs and stuff. Taps his fingers. It's like, what was that, Delfino?
What was what, Venus?
Don't talk to me like I'm Delfino. What were you doing with Ezra?
Venus, you know that I see other people.
I know that you see other people. Ezra does not see other people.
Looks like he does now.
Okay, Delfino. I guess I thought you cared about me more than that.
Venus, I do care about you. Ezra came to my door and was very alluring. I can see what you see in him.
What I saw in him, Delfino. Now I need your help, Delfino.
Oh?
Yes, of course, I always need your help.
Of course, I am always willing to help you. You get into the most interesting predicaments, Venus.
Thank you, Delfino. I need to cast a spell again. And it worked so well last time you helped me that I figured why not have you help me again.
Of course, anything I can do.
Okay, so out of character.
Yep.
Carefully gets me what?
+1.
Oh, Jesus.
But
That's
you
it?
can do
Plus
it
one?
more carefully, but then the consequences get more bad if you fail.
Also, there's a
Good.
limit, so you can only do it so carefully up to half of your fort. So your fort's probably 4.
5.
Oh, it's 5, but you round down in
Yeah,
this game,
so it's 2.
which sucks. But
Oh my god.
so 2.
Okay.
So you can do carefully up to +2.
Yeah.
For sorcery.
Okay. Well, I want to do carefully. Have Delfino help me. I'm going to name the spell. We'll come back to the name.
Okay.
I want it to affect Ezra.
Mhm.
And I want it to last oh god, a campaign is so long. That makes it last an adventure.
Yeah, you
So
probably
plus
just need an
3?
adventure.
+3? Oh god. Oh, but that's to the op. Okay.
So it's +4 total for breadth and duration.
Yes.
Okay. And what spell
And
are you
then-
casting?
I want to do illusion.
Uh-huh. Oh, geez, an illusion that lasts the adventure.
Well, okay, that's like I want it to last, but I want it to just be like nightmares. So I don't know how that interacts with
That's-
illusion.
Let's see. I think that's still proper. Yeah. Adventure is good. So, yeah, +4.
Oh jeez.
So
+4.
Ezra needs to make a perception check, and then we half that, +4, and then that's your sorcery test.
Okay. Oh,
So,
jeez.
perception, right? Yeah.
You just like to do complicated stuff.
I know, it's the best part.
Like, if you did it more simple, you'd succeed, maybe.
So we got 2. So half to 1 +4, so ob 5.
Ob 5. Okay, so now we have my sorceries 3. Or I guess, but I just add up my help. I'm gonna name it like
And you're just making like nightmare illusions at night when he's sleeping.
yes, and then if he wakes up, it doesn't go away because it's an illusion.
I was gonna say, this is kind of not really what illusion's for, but
I mean, there's nothing, I don't know. That's the best.
Yeah, I tried to find a trait like nightmarish, but it didn't. I didn't find one.
Yeah.
Okay, so carefully help. I'm gonna name it like Long and Lonely Nights for Ezra.
Wait, Logan, couldn't you just give him the trait haunted?
No, because that's harder.
That is harder, yeah.
Your call.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna do it super carefully.
Okay.
So 4.
Mhm.
This is still gonna fail. That's fine. Whatever.
So it's ob,
7 to 6. Or
ob
7 to 5.
Yes.
and you have 7 dice.
Mm.
Uh huh.
That's okay.
I'm gonna fail.
I mean, it's
Hey, you're more
open-ended.
likely to get 6s, though.
Yeah.
Okay, fingers crossed. Here we go. Oh god.
Oh no!
Ooh.
But you got 2 6s.
No,
It's
but
already
it
open-ended.
already, yeah.
Oh, it's already open-ended. You're right.
You could roll. You could do a fate to roll another dice.
That wouldn't help me.
I mean, it can explode.
3 times.
It could.
You never know.
Oh,
I mean,
Logan.
So 2 successes versus an ob 5.
There's
How
a 1 in
bad-
36 chance that you roll 2 6s, and then you need another half. So it's like,
But then, like, are the
I'll take it.
consequences of a
I'll
fail-
just take the fail. And it's effing difficult again, so it doesn't even count for anything.
It's because you got so much help.
I
No,
wanted it to
not-
be routine.
Not
You didn't get
help.
enough for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you already
well,
have a challenging?
My God.
The consequences will be dire.
Yeah, I was gonna say if the consequences would be less bad if you spent a fate point, wouldn't that be worth it?
Is that the case?
it's up to you. But yes.
Well, is
I
it?
don't know.
Fine. I'll spend one. This is stupid. Oh my God.
You have plenty of fate. I mean,
Can I do an
do.
X?
hey,
So I failed by 1.
Yeah, so that's not that bad.
Nice. That's really good.
could be much worse.
Could be much worse.
You could have accidentally given them to yourself.
That would have been funny.
That would have been really good.
That would have been amazing.
Maybe you just accidentally give them to Delfino.
Ooh, rough.
If it helps you come up with the consequence, what I wanted the illusions to be were like of his dead sibling.
Oh, that's so sad.
I
Why
think
are you
should
on my
rebound-
relationship tab?
I think it should rebound on Venus.
I think, yeah. I don't know, like, mechanically, I don't know what the best thing is for that. I think I will write down that you failed this, and then at some point it will come back to haunt you. That's what I think.
Okay, perfect. Well,
Can he
this
tell
seems
it
to have not
failed?
worked, Delfino.
Yeah, I mean, can you tell that spells fail? I don't think you can.
If that's
If,
a
like,
part of our world building, I would vote yes.
I think if it affects another person that you can't see, then how would you know?
right, exactly.
Unless there was some way to tell that your magic didn't like connect.
Hmm.
Which I don't know if that makes sense.
Totally different system, but I think too, anytime in like D&D when someone's tried to message through an anti-magic field and you just get this sense of it not going through.
I don't care either way.
I have no strong opinion either way either.
I kind of like the idea of not knowing.
Okay.
Unless you
I
can
like-
tell. Like physically.
Magic is difficult in this.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Burning
Tell me,
Wheel.
I don't think I've succeeded
Yeah.
on a sorcery test.
In
I don't
dangerous.
think you
stuff.
have. Venus,
No.
are you sure you're supposed to be in this school?
I gave myself advantage to spy on Mia once.
You
Oh,
did.
yeah.
That was the
Oh,
only
yeah.
thing that worked.
Okay, well, that is fine, I guess. I'm gonna go to Ezra then.
Yeah, okay. You find Ezra in his cottage.
Has he picked up everything?
I mean, oh. No.
He's just sitting there with the desk knocked over.
Yes.
Hmm.
And the door open.
What
Just
a
like
fucking weirdo.
Just like sitting on
Okay.
his bed.
I'm gonna like knock on the open door.
He's
Ezra,
like, come in.
Ezra,
Oh, Venus. Good to see you.
what are you doing? What happened here? And I'll like pick up his desk and like try and organize all the little papers really poorly.
I'm not exactly sure. I was hoping you might have an answer for me.
What do you mean? Is he acting weird?
A little bit.
Are you feeling alright, Ezra?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go up, like, put my hand on his forehead.
Yeah.
Is he feverish?
A little bit.
Ezra, you're feverish. You must not be well. Here, lay down. And I'll, like, push him on the bed.
He lays down.
Oh, jeez.
Aggressive.
Why is he so pushovery? What did you do today? I'm gonna, like, gauging him. I'm gonna, like, put little feelers out. because something's not right.
Yeah. Hold on, let me read this.
Oh God.
Let me read this real quick. Famous
Ugh.
last words. Everyone's doomed. Meanwhile, Mia's reading a book for the first time in her life.
For a
How does it
long
work when you-
time. You did double cautious on 2 tests.
I know, it did take a little while.
Yeah, it took a while.
Can you touch paper without like feeling the wood?
Yes, I can touch paper. We talked about this.
It's probably like vellum. Vellum?
It might be vellum.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. What that
Either
means.
way, once it's been turned into paper, it's so far removed from what it was that I think it's
very
not.
processed.
It's
Yeah, so
zombie
Ezra's
wood.
just like feverish, and he like kind of feverishly recalls like that he was at Delfino's.
Oh, do you remember anything else?
You came to the door, I think.
No,
You
I don't-
didn't?
I don't remember seeing you there. No.
Okay.
It
Make
must
a
be.
persuasion check.
Why?
Up
Persuasion?
3. Advantage
Persuasion or
1.
falsehood? Falsehood or persuasion?
Persuasion.
Ah.
Soothing platitudes.
Even better.
No! Don't help him. He's
Advantage.
failing all his rolls.
I think help him.
What? Op 3?
Up 3.
Oh,
Nice.
perfect.
So he's like,
Your
oh,
success.
maybe it was somebody else.
Oh.
Somebody came to the door.
Well, I'm sure it's not that important. Maybe just rest for a while, Ezra.
Will
Put
you
it-
stay here with me?
Of course, Ezra. I like close the door.
Yeah.
I'll like lay next to him uncomfortably.
He like
It's like-
nuzzles up to you.
Oh,
Oh. Hmm. Okay, and then I'll just like wait till he goes to sleep.
Yeah, he goes to sleep very quickly.
Perfect. I'll just stay there.
And then he's out.
Oh God, did I kill him? I mean, I'm gonna sit there for like an hour, just like looking at the ceiling, like, what the fuck is this? And then I guess I'm gonna sleep. Or is it even sleep time?
It's not sleep time.
I'll just
sleep time.
sleep time. Whatever. I'll just like get up and do something else then.
Mhm.
But I'll stay there with him.
You stay the night?
Yeah. I'll like do homework or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nice.
Homework that I
Do
probably do like
homework?
2 days ago.
Makes sense. He tosses and turns a little bit.
I like comfort him when and I'm just like, yes, Ezra. See your dead brother.
God, you're the worst.
Okay,
Okay, that's all I wanted to do
that's
with him.
it. Yep. What a story, guys.
Yeah. Wow.
Who's the real villain? Me or the dead guy?
You're racking them up, so
Yeah.
all you need to
Alphonse,
do is steal a corpse and then.
do you have anything for Alphonse to do, John?
Yes, absolutely. I want to go back to the question of, are there professors that I think actually like me?
The
There-
answer
yes.
is no.
There are plenty of professors that like you.
That's very exciting. Are there any that I actually trust?
Yeah, I think. Do you think Alphonse trusts like a professor at the academy?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be based a lot on kind of what I said earlier. With he imagines he would get along with professors who are also hardworking and
Mhm.
and do the walk and the talk.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's going to trust the ones that have been level with him.
Yeah, I think.
And he's going to,
I mean, you still have to do circles to find a professor that.
yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
fine.
but so you wanna trust them and you want them to like you. Yeah.
Uh, or at least trust me.
Trust. Mutual trust.
Hmm. I mean, has Alphonse been at the school the longest?
Yeah, I think so.
Do we think that would give him advantage?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you.
So
Nice.
higher. We'll just do higher rank stationer class. So it'll be ob 3
Okay,
with an
circles.
advantage. Yep.
Cool.
Do you
This
have
will
any
go.
like wises that would factor in?
Um, I don't think so. The only wise I have is learning sorcery wise.
Because you can do. Yeah, you're just learning at this, so you
Yeah.
probably don't want to do a linked test. Okay.
That's all I have.
So yeah, ob 3
Okay,
circles.
so. Sorry. Okay, 3 circles. And you said 1 advantage?
Yep.
Oh, 1 success for 3 failures. Okay.
And no sixes.
No sixes.
I can't trust anyone. I'm paranoid, actually. It's a character flaw.
So. Yeah, I think you just don't find them. Like nothing else happens.
Fine.
Do
I
you
think I would
want them
probably
to hate you too?
no. I think I
How many
would
professors?
really not like that. I feel like I would budget at most an hour to that,
Yeah.
and then
So you just you know who you're looking for, and then just don't like they've gone home for the day or something, and you don't know where to find them
Okay.
after that.
okay, I can live with that. In that case, after that, I think go to the library and either be working on homework or trying to find stuff related to the disappearances.
As you go to the library, you walk by Mia and August, like sitting in her little stone area, like with her eyes like rolled back in her head, just like touching this book.
I keep walking.
Yeah.
She'll tell me about it, or she won't.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I'm going to. Actually, okay, quick question.
Yeah.
Also, because I know we need to stop to do our things pretty soon, so I'm going to keep my stuff short. So I know that there is an assistant headmistress. Is there any other kind of formal hierarchy for leadership?
For the academy?
Mm-hmm. Or other members of the guard who are involved with the academy.
So the city guard, I mean I think they would patrol the academy sometimes, but like the city guard operates like on a random schedule. Like it's
Yeah,
always
I'm not-
different people.
That's not what I'm. Yeah, no.
There's like the headmistress is really the top dog because she's on the city council.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody else, like there are people with more tenure, but not
Mhm.
necessarily like Stella's just filling in for that like council role, which hasn't needed to come into play yet. But
Okay.
um, there might be like a. Oh man, I forgot there were like nobles in a castle across the way.
Oh yeah,
That's
We can
crazy.
get
Yeah, I
the
kind of
aristocracy
forgot about
involved.
that too.
Um,
I don't really want to involve the aristocracy. They're probably the ones doing it. Let's be honest.
there might be like an enchanter that is like
Uh-huh.
the same as Stella, only because they're the ones keeping up the like enchanted food thing now. Because the headmistress used to do that.
Okay. Um, yeah, no, I think everything I would want to do would have to be on the next day. So since we're short on morale, I think I would rather spend the rest of the day in the library either studying or finding materials related to the disappearances.
Okay. Do you want to do a roll for anything, like looking for anything in particular, or?
Yeah, I think rolling to find like books related to disappearances or necromancy.
So,
I don't think that would be perception, but
I think we can just do
I don't know.
research.
Oh, dang. Okay. Let's learn
Research
that.
ob 3. You could do arcane knowledge if that's better to have a +2 ob instead of double, which it is, right?
Yeah, it would be
Yeah,
depending on the ob, but yes.
it's ob 3.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll try arcane knowledge. This is, I guess, can I mystically know where in the library useful stuff is? Is that what I'm trying to figure out?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Sweet. So I'm rolling sorcery, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Oh,
it'll
this
be
is gonna go
ob
so poorly.
5,
Oh,
right? Ob
Yeah,
3
I was
plus
gonna
2?
say it might actually be better to open it because your
yeah.
stats are usually higher than your skills.
Yeah, I want to research, or I want to open research,
Okay.
which is under skills. If anyone knows off the top of their head what it is,
It's
let me know.
perception.
Sweet,
Yeah,
thanks.
it's perception.
Okay. And you said it's ob 5?
Ob
Or this would be
3.
ob 3.
So it'll
and
be ob
double
6.
for me. Yeah. Okay, so either way it won't happen, but that's fine.
Well, it depends then if you want a difficult test in sorcery or challenging
Right.
in
Mhm.
sorcery, or you want to
I-
open research.
Can I do this carefully?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, which is just an extra modifier, but it makes the consequences more severe.
Yes.
What can severe consequences of research be? I'll do it. Okay, so I get a +1, right?
Or 2.
Or 2
I'm
if
only-
you want to do it double careful.
I'm just gonna do the 1. Base op 3. Oh, 2 successes for an ob 6.
That's a lot
real
of
sad.
ones.
That's a lot of ones.
It's a lot of ones.
Okay, do I wander into the restricted section?
I mean, that's probably where the books are. So maybe I think you are looking for like Death Arty books.
Mm-hmm.
And oh jeez. No, and you like wander into the restricted section, and then Professor Franck like walks out of the shadows. It's like,
What?
Alphonse, you are banned from the library.
No, I need him to read books for me.
And he just like
Oh my god.
Oh man.
yeah,
The
so he just like
entire library?
yeah, the entire library. And he just like escorts you out.
What? Where does he go after he walks me
He
out?
walks back into the shadows and disappears.
I imagine there's like a list of banned people next to the library, and your name just like appears on it.
Right. Yeah. Band, and then I guess there's like a countdown next to them,
Yeah.
like how long it takes until they have re-access.
And there's like you try to like get back in, and there's like a force field that you can't.
Oh, that's amazing.
Whatever.
I love it. It's gonna affect your studies.
Oh,
Like I don't already have the.
where
books
do you
I
go to
need.
study?
All of my books are absolutely back at my workshop.
But I imagine the best coffee machine is
Because-
in the library.
I mean, probably. No, this one weird guy just brings in some apparatus to make coffee every day.
It's
To
100%
the library.
Venus.
To the library, yeah. This isn't like a coffee shop in the library. This is some weird student bringing a coffee maker there.
I bet they're very popular for it.
Like sets up a little iron plate, casts heat metal on it,
Mhm.
boils the water, makes pour over. Fine. He will. Is there actually like a plate with my name and how long until I can get back
Yeah.
in there? How long?
4 days.
Do I have any tests coming up?
Oh yeah.
It's like
I'm
midterm
marching-
week.
I'm marching straight to Sophia's office.
Mhm.
Stella.
And I think that's
Stella.
Stella. And I think that's where I want to leave it
Okay.
for the week.
I love it.
I hate it.
I feel like nothing bad has happened to Mia yet.
Nothing bad has happened.
I was
to me yet.
comatose on the floor for a little bit.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
you were there 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have stuff for Mia. It just hasn't come up
Oh.
yet. So.
You're not banned from your favorite place for 4 days that would kill your boyfriend.
Yeah, no kidding.
I love how Logan is equally as upset as John at the different things that happened. But for Alphonse, it's being banned from the library, and for Venus,
Because
it's
it's so dumb.
oh,
I absolutely agree with the decision, but I hate it so much. Ugh.
oh, it's so good. Yeah, so we'll pick up next session, which I guess we should tell people it won't be May 8th. We'll have to reschedule it, but we're not 100% sure on what works with everybody's time schedule. So we will schedule an event on Twitch and also post on Twitter once we've decided something. So people should be in the know. But we'll pick up then with Alphonse marching into Sophia's office. Hopefully she's there.
Stella.
Oh,
Stella.
It's
Well,
been-
she
it's been
Stella
retconned,
is
it's
probably
Sophia.
in Sophia's office. So
Who's
Oh,
Is
Sophia?
Sophia the headmistress's
Yeah.
name?
Oh.
Okay, I forgot
Oh.
that.
I thought John just made that up.
no,
Yeah, me
it's an
too.
actual name.
Generic
Okay.
romantic woman's name starting with
Right,
S.
true.
Right.
I chose poorly. What can I say?
Well, that's fine.
So let's do wrap up for Artha stuff.
Yeah.
And then we can call episode 4 a wrap.
I
Oh.
only took up Venus's suggestion of, hey, go knock on that door, because what I wanted to do was get more people at the school involved.
Yeah.
Like, that's belief numero uno for me right now.
Uh huh.
And yeah, that's my
Yeah.
belief
I mean.
driving thing.
Yeah. That's good. So you get fate for that.
That's literally it.
That's all.
No, actually, I think in everyone's defense, I think we're all starting to settle into our characters, and we're starting to have pretty neat moments of us acting in those characters. I think
Mm.
Sean vibes with Mia very, like, scarily well. It's it's more difficult because Logan is Venus and I am Alphonse,
Yeah.
but I think there are some clear areas where like these are different people.
Yeah.
Sean is a crazy girl from the forest.
Sean is a crazy girl from the forest.
I mean, if I could make my living that way, maybe I would.
Why not? Yeah.
But I like the internet too much, so
But,
sad
yeah.
day.
I
So I'd
think.
advocate for points for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody will get points.
Yeah, I think everyone gets a fate for embodying a trait.
Yeah.
Trait, I guess?
I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Alphonse did passionate. For sure, multiple times.
Yeah.
He's about to get real passionate about these
Yeah.
books.
He's about to be a rabble-rouser.
That too.
True. We got to bring in that group, that sweet, sweet group. I was trying to be vitriolic when everyone was like doubting my
Yeah.
vision.
No, that was really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Girl, you need to spend some fate.
Come on.
I get the sixes on the rolls I've already succeeded on. There's no way to spend it. Very frustrating.
Am I dangerous?
You're more
Accidentally.
annoying.
Annoying.
What are some of your other
Or
traits?
mildly inconvenient.
Passionate.
Yeah.
Passionate,
smile.
absolutely.
Passionate works in, I think, really well.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think the double down was an instinct.
Oh, yeah. I played my instincts pretty well.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, you definitely get one for passionate.
And then, when confronted with my falsehoods, double down and deflect.
Yeah, hold on, I need to switch this.
Oh,
That has to send a story. No, it has to
Earning
make life
Artha.
difficult, which it did, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Because now you owe a favor to Alphonse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, so fate for that. Oops.
And I'm a cash in on that.
Oh, yeah. You better.
Never forget even the slightest of slights. Ezra sleeping with Delphino was a slight, and I want to destroy him for it.
I mean,
Yeah, that was real good.
Yeah.
That was.
Is that a
There you go.
belief or a
It's
instinct?
That's an
instinct.
instinct.
Can you get two?
I think so.
You
I
can't
think-
get two
Different
from
instincts?
traits.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, I need to pick more interesting instincts.
Don't worry, I didn't do a single belief this session.
I was gonna say, can I get a fate for driving the story towards Jenny's
Yep.
corpse?
Jenny.
Jen
I thought you could only
Dang.
get. I thought you could only get 1 point from beliefs too, and that's part of the reason I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do a little thing.
I
learned
don't
my
know.
lesson.
We should double check if there's a limit for next session.
Yeah.
Did anybody have really good or distinctive role playing?
Logan,
think
yours is pretty
everybody is
good.
really good.
Yeah,
That's what I was getting at earlier,
Yeah.
but
but if
I can list
everyone's
off
really
some
good, then
different
no one's
instances.
distinctive.
Hmm.
I think there were moments of distinction.
It's for embodiment. So if
Yeah.
anybody embodied their character extra well, then they can get a persona.
I feel like it's up to the other two to decide if a character embodied, or if
Yeah,
a player
that's
embodied
tough.
their character.
I mean, I think when Sean was doing Mia's pacing back and forth and talking to themselves and getting up in Venus's face, that was very much a Mia thing.
Yeah. I agree. Mia's rants are my favorite thing.
I love it when she gets angry. It's so satisfying. Yeah, I was gonna say, but I really liked when Logan was that whole scene with Logan with Venus and the North White Elm. It was just so good. I loved it so much. That was okay. How about we do this? We can do. Isn't there a funny one?
A humor,
humor?
but that's a fate point.
Take it. Take what you
Oh,
can get.
true. That's only a fate. but you do need fate.
That's
Yeah, no
true.
kidding.
I'll take it.
Okay, we'll give you a fate point, and we'll give Mia a persona for embodiment. You got.
I really need to spend these.
You gotta spend them.
God.
You need to spend those.
That's ridiculous.
And let's see. Alphonse, I did give you one for a belief, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Because I had 3 and now I have 5, so I'm done.
Did you use any of your instincts? I don't even know what your instincts are.
My instincts. No, that's why I was saying I need to get more interesting instincts.
Yeah, you
because
might
it's
need
like,
more controversial. Like just writing stuff down
Yeah.
is going to be difficult for driving the story in a new direction.
Yeah, it really is. So that might be something that those just make an appearance as personal things, and I have new instincts next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that might be worth. That's worth it.
At least one new instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need something that can create trouble for yourself.
Trouble.
Anyone have a skill to really make the story go?
I don't think so.
I don't
No,
think so
nothing
either.
like totally
Nothing-
random.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I think that covers it for the most part.
Yeah, I think we're good. So we can
Cool.
revamp any instincts or beliefs you want for next session. We're all learning, so
Mhm.
we'll get there.
Yeah, slowly but
Sean?
surely.
I'm gonna take away your Artha unless you start spending it.
I know. I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where it's like I can't earn anymore until I start spending it. I don't. Y'all saw though. I get the 6s
I know.
on things I've already rolled, so fate is pointless.
Yep.
But I can now feel comfortable spending some persona.
Because you
Having
have
to.
so much.
Mhm.
What can you even spend fate on? Can you spend it on other things other than
Fate.
fate?
You
You
can
can
just-
negate
yeah.
wounds and you can
Wounds.
make open.
Yeah. The only
get
other
you
thing
into
is
a
wounds.
Yeah.
But
we'll
if something's
do it.
already open-ended, you just get a +1, right?
You add a dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But you
so
could
for like
spend
sorcery or
multiple to roll
astrology.
more dice. Like,
Can you?
I think so.
I
Why
think it was
not?
only 1 per
Oh,
I
thing.
think you can only spend one for some reason.
well, that's fine.
Otherwise, you could just dump all of your fate into something,
Let's see.
which I mean would be great because then I could succeed on a difficult sorcery roll or something. But
Tell me about it.
Logan, you have had terrible luck. I'm very sorry.
It's
Just
just
been
like,
not-
what is wrong with this character?
Cursed from the start. What is
Oh,
I'm
okay.
holding out?
If
I
a-
could do a minor epiphany if I keep holding out.
That's
Oh
true.
my god.
So
We
If
kind of
a
need those.
roll is already open-ended, then you can re-roll one of the traders, and then it's not
Right.
open-ended, is what it says. So
Oh, so
Mm.
we've been doing that wrong.
yeah, I mean, but it hasn't. Yeah,
But it doesn't really change anything.
no.
There's no mechanical difference between adding
Because
a
it's
die
not
with Artha.
open-ended.
I
We
don't-
treated it as open-ended.
I don't.
Because
No,
when I rolled my D6, it exploded.
Mm,
It says specifically it's not open ended.
yeah, isn't that weird? I like it being open-ended. It's more fun.
Yeah. For some reason that doesn't make sense to me.
I think other Burning Wheel streams I've watched do
Have done it open
Yeah,
ended.
so maybe we just leave it because it's more entertaining.
Yeah, it is. There's a greater chance that something interesting could happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd rather have the unlikely odds that it explodes really well. than-
yeah, me too. Okay, new home rule.
Okay, look at us.
Whatever.
But I do think that you can only spend one per roll, so you can only do that once.
Yeah. I know I really. Whatever. I'll figure it out for next
Yeah,
session.
that'll be fine. Cool. Good session,
Cool.
everyone. It was
Yeah,
pretty
lots
awesome.
of fun. Mhm.
And we'll update everyone on all the social medias on when the next session will be. It'll be sometime that week of May 6th, probably.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it
Fingers
out.
Probably, I guess Tuesday or Thursdays, most likely.
Yep. Cool.
Sounds good. Thanks,
And,
everyone.
Yeah, until then, see ya.